Welcome back. All right, so we're talking about a superfood, or I think it's a superfood. I think it's a super tasty food, and that is avocado. And before I'm just gonna give you a couple ideas on how I've been using avocado lately. It's kind of traditional, one of them is anyways. We're gonna do a little bit of guacamole, nothing fancy. And then another one is a super great idea for you if you're at work, because you know you can't really take avocado in a jar very well. It turns after a while. So I've got two ways I've been using avocado in my day-to-day life. And then the question is, why avocado? First of all, at this time of year, they're really good in most places. You can get them, I got a good sale on them. They're sometimes expensive, but I got a good sale on them. So I bought like 5 or 6, and I've been just using the avocado. But the reason avocado is so good for you is we've got some fun facts for you about avocado. First of all, it is filled, I'm telling you, filled with vitamins and minerals, like 20, okay, which is a lot. They're low in sugar, which is great, right? But they're also high in fiber. The reason you want them high in fiber, the things you eat that are high in fiber keep you full. So those elements are fantastic. But the number one reason, even though I made it the last thing, because it's like the grand finale, is it's really high in fat. Oh, fat's bad, you say, but oh no, it's not. It is good. This is good fat that helps lower that cholesterol, that bad cholesterol. So if you can incorporate avocado into your diet a little bit, again, it seems like a summery kind of thing to eat because they're a little bit easier to get in the summer, especially in the Midwest. That's kind of why the avocado. And so the two ways are pretty typical for how to make how to use an avocado. So obviously you're going to talk about guacamole, and in my case I use a really simple version. I already cut this one in half, and I'm going to put it just right in the same thing that I'm going to serve it in, and that's another thing, just one less thing to wash. But in this little guac that I make, all I use is the avocado. I use a little bit of lemon. Some people use lime. I'm just using lemon. That's just a preference kind of thing. I've chopped up some onions. So if you've noticed in this entire episode that my eyes were red, it's because 1, allergy season, 2, yeah, I chopped this onion right before we came on the air. Not a smart idea. Now, some people put peppers in their guacamole. I don't, because I'm not a fan of jalapeno. My husband does like jalapeno pepper, but I don't. So I don't put it in there. But there's my little bit of lemon juice, and then you can chop up a little bit of tomato, which we saw on the graphic, because tomato is in every graphic we do. The tomato, chop it up real small. I'm going to show you that in a second. But then finally, you want to put a little bit of salt in it. So that's all preference. And again, avocado can have, your guacamole can have a lot more ingredients, but I try to keep it simple because I like to make it right at that moment that I'm going to eat it. Another thing is, I'm not eating all that much in the way of any gluten at this point. Very little in terms of that kind of a snack. So I use my dip with celery. Now, you can make a celery stick like this where you dip it, or you can make it like this where it's a little boat. I'm a fan of the boat right now because all celery really is your guacamole delivery system. But I'm using, instead of peppers in the guacamole, I'm dipping my peppers, and I am using that with my celery to feel like I have almost, it's practically nothing in terms of, impact in a bad way on your health. So to me, that is a perfect, I'm gonna have this for lunch, actually. It'll be totally full. One more thing you wanna do is, if you like deviled eggs, this is a great tip. Take 2 hard-boiled eggs and half of avocado. Scoop that out, which is really good. You mix it together with a little bit of salt, and all of a sudden you have a feeling of deviled eggs without all the deviled egg work and all the deviled egg calories. So another thing to try, I've been bringing this to work. I bring in 2 hard-boiled eggs, 1 avocado, throw in a bag, mix it up, and that is my breakfast at work or lunch snack at work. So both of those ideas will be on the website. All you need to do is go to 13abc.com and then just scroll down to full plate, and a bunch of these segments are there, including a link to Toledo New Bath and Kitchen, and a link to Dr. Gibbs if you're in menopause or know someone who is. You guys have a great week. Thanks so much for watching Full Plate. We'll see you next week.